Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. Let me know if you can hear me. Doug, Lee.
Good morning.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you guys had good holidays. Let's see. We got 4,400. I was thinking for gold, price opens up. Would be nice if it would push right down below and snag this volume level. As you guys see, we traded down throughout the night. These are our volume levels for this week from CME, and we dropped all night on gold. So we came through all these levels, and then we found support this morning here at these levels. So what I'd really like is for price to reach down, tag that level right fast, and then they can do it at once after that. So you can see this is our whole overnight session. Looks pretty crazy. So we'll see. Otherwise, I haven't had enough time to really look at NASDAQ yet and get ideas for it, but we are open in about 20 seconds.
Can't see your screen, Ken.
Oh,
Good morning.
goodness. I guess that would help, huh, if I was showing you my screen?
Less of a challenge that way. Thanks.
Yeah, so this level right here, this 4,400. There we go. There it goes. There it goes. Bam. Right straight down to it. Right. That sets me up real nice. I could be done for the day. I guess you'd say well prepared for that. I'll show you guys here once the market settles. I'll show you guys a little bit more about what I was doing there. All right, NASDAQ we got also pushing down at open. Kind of have a bit of a range for NASDAQ already. We can see our lows here, and we see this high that got rejected right here at open. So right at open, tried to push out, failed there, pushed back down almost to the bottom of the range, not quite. So this is nice. This is a nice way for us to start the week. I like the price action here. Nice little range for us. Gold just broke the low, so I don't know if it's going to pull back today or not, but this was the most predictable move. I mean, we were out in the middle of nowhere. We had our volume levels here. Remember, you guys, these come directly from CME using implied volatility, open interest, different positioning factors. So these are not just support or resist. In fact, these are absolutely not support or resistance. Imagine there's liquidity here, so when price will start here, it'll end up down here as we were. We could continue. I mean, I tell you one thing: if it keeps going lower, this will be our next place that we're gonna be paying close attention to. Let's see, NASDAQ, NAS. All right, it's pushing out. One thing I see for sure, big area of consolidation all throughout here. That's obvious. So if we end up in here, we'll have it. We'll see what we end up doing with that. I could for sure see price coming back up to that area. So if you're thinking long, that would be your idea.
I see why y'all people don't like trading the open.
Yeah.
I figured that
What's going on?
I was just I was just down like $1,500.
Oh
I got back
wow.
into I got back into the positive though. I ended out positive like 170. So
It's the volatility. That's why a lot of us skip the open because of because of how volatile it is. I mean, man, you make one, you click that button one time, and you're, you know.
I did. As soon as I clicked it, I was down like 500.
Yep, yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it can be. So what I do is I typically do not take trades after open. I will only if I'm gonna trade open. I'm already in the trade. I'm already looking at the trade. So y'all about to be mad at me. I'm up big this morning. Let me just pull it up here. So let me zoom in. So here we go. I'm gonna show off a little. So this was yesterday. I was trading yesterday afternoon, all just strictly on gold. This was yesterday. You see on the 28th. Today's the 29th. So yesterday afternoon, about $1,300 last night. That was trading last night. We just got a trigger on NASDAQ. I think it looks fine considering the price action, what we're seeing here. I figure we'll go up to that next zone. So taking entry here and TP up in this area, that looks fine to me. I mean, it's broke. It pushed back in. It broke. It tried to go back in and failed. And then to me, it looks like it's continuing. So so yeah, so there's the profits from yesterday. That was from last night. And then we got hold on, I'm waiting for this to load. So that was 1,300 yesterday, and then on that one trade, I've only taken one trade today, this morning, and it was on gold, and it was that one right there. And this is why I was saying that at open, I was really hoping that gold would push down, and I'll break down the trade a little bit more here in a bit. But as you can see, you know, price had come down to here, test this level, come back up into here. I was watching gold since way in this area here, and if you go look at CVD on gold, y'all will see exactly what I'm seeing here. The divergence in gold as it was doing all of this, and then bam, right around in this area, I said I'm gonna sell it going into open with the expectation that we end up. See, I was hoping we would end up down here, but there was some orders that were sitting right about here, and I actually went in and targeted those. So I got in at I got in at 44.09 and I got out at 43.94. So actually, it must have slipped past. Yeah, it must. That's crazy. It did. It actually slipped down past this level. When does that ever happen? Where it works for you? But yeah, I actually made some off of slippage somehow. It didn't fill my TP at the right place, so I made more than I expected. All right. Wow. Okay, so this nobody said anything about this, man. All right. So I said this looked like a pretty good trade. Enter here, TP here, heading back to this zone. I had no freaking clue that in the last 2 minutes, price shot up 100 points. It went straight through that zone, and now we're up into these here, right up to You see, I told y'all don't play around with these volume levels. Look, this one CME volume level for NASDAQ, we were near no other levels besides this one down here. And it shot straight up, went straight to that level.
Morning, y'all.
I was trying to say that while you was
Morning.
talking. I was saying NASDAQ is booming.
Yeah, man, I should have listened to you. That was a crazy move right there.
Swear, I missed it. I couldn't even jump in fast enough.
That's crazy. And the Titan signal just popping off too. What's up, Cedric?
What up? I'm done.
Nice.
I
What'd you
got
do?
that trade.
This one right here.
Yep.
Yeah, you would be done after that if you caught any good part of that trade.
I'm done. What I just passed my accounts done.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm done trading today. I don't have any more accounts to
I'd
trade.
have passed this one too if I'd have caught it. I only need a couple more.
Yeah, like it just kept it kept going. Once it hit that TP, the next candle just pew. So I had to hurry up and get out.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm up pretty good too. I think that I was talking about it before you got in here, but between yesterday and today, I'm up a total of 2,800 on all of my accounts. I traded a little bit yesterday afternoon. I don't know why. I just was on the charts and I was looking at gold and it started
Missed
doing its
us.
thing.
You were thinking about us, and you were like, "Man, I know how to get that feeling." Go look at these charts.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, man.
I missed you too, Ken. It's okay. How was everybody's holidays?
It was good. It was good. Lots of eating, lots of
We
chilling,
had gumbo.
family.
What'd you have for dinner?
Well, actually, I think is your wife Mexican?
Yeah.
Okay, so my girlfriend's
Yeah,
Mexican
I'm in
too,
El
so you know.
Paso. Everybody's Mexican.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's
I'm
true.
Mexican.
Right. So yeah, we had they always make like okay, so like this year they had like tamales. I mean, I know that's pretty
You gotta have a present to open when you're old, so tamales.
right. Yeah, so tamales and just a bunch of Mexican food and a bunch of regular food too, and yeah, every Christmas food you could think of.
I
just had
make
tamales
gumbo.
for the first time.
Oh, that sounds good.
I just
Yeah, I
had
make
tamales for the
gumbo.
first time.
Really?
Yeah, I can't get with them. I don't know why.
What happened?
Where are you?
I said I'm in San Antonio. I had tamales for the first time the other day.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's weird. A bad tamale in San Antonio.
I didn't say it was bad. I just said I just can't get with it.
Well, if you can't get with it, it had to have been bad because tamales are delicious.
Oh, for real? I think it's the
It's
stuff
probably the corn. It's not something that you're used to.
the corn, the stuff that's around it.
Yeah,
The
That's what
masa.
it is.
the masa.
Yeah, masa. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I don't like it.
Mm.
No, nobody liked it. My kids didn't like. My kids didn't like it. My girl didn't like it.
Oh wow.
Hell no.
Oh, did everybody see
You
that?
must have had some bad ones. I've never met one person that doesn't like tamales.
It's where everybody that tried to tell me about it, all my coworkers in the garbage company kept saying like, "You need to try them. You need to try these." I'm like, all right. I finally tried them. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you know
I
what?
eat it during Christmas, so it's not something I eat year round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta find some.
People are making pozole for New Year's.
Uh,
I don't know if y'all know I love cooking.
I see some of your posts. I see some of your posts every now and then about cooking.
I love cooking. Well, I cook every meal in my house.
Right. Yeah.
I don't trust my wife.
I do a lot of the cooking here as well. But I do a lot of grilling. Like I do like little dinner, little side dinner stuff, and then a bunch of grilling. I will grill like 3 to 4 times per week. I'm
I
not
love
playing.
Asian food, so if I see a recipe for some Asian food, I'll find it and make it.
Yeah.
We cook a lot.
Asian, Vietnamese, Japanese, Korean, I don't care.
What's happening here? Why is this not? opening for me.
Where's Clyde? Clyde, you right here. There he is. All right. Come on, guys. Monday morning roll call. Trice
Good
Sheldon.
morning.
Good morning. Oh, that was sad.
Good morning.
There we go.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning, all.
Yo.
Good morning, everybody.
Oh, I got a lot of stuff. I know I wasn't able to get my course done for you guys by Christmas, but I have a ton of stuff done on it, so pretty excited. I decided to. So one of the things that took me a little longer on it was as I started to make the course, I realized I'm going through the course, and then I'm like, wait, that means that they have to, when it comes to order flow, it's like, all right, y'all want to be able to go in here and excuse me, let me show you. Like, all right, I could show you how to read delta. And I could show you how to read, this or that. But then I started thinking, I was sitting here making the videos on it, and then I realized, like, some people don't even know what a price ladder is. Understanding bid and ask, what a bid is, what an ask is, how all that works. So I went way back. I mean, when I say, like, this course is set up, it's like I'm going to the very basics. So it's like starting out with what is the price ladder, bid, ask, what lifts price, basically the difference between aggressive orders, passive orders, and then I'm making like a little interactive kind of like a little quiz at the end of each lesson. So I was just making videos, but then I decided there's some things that can't be explained with words as easily, so I'm making a whole PDF. So it's going to be a PDF that you guys will be able to have. So if you're more of like a visual reader, somebody that needs to be able to read things over and over, you'll have a PDF you'll be able to reference. But then I'm also going to have some videos going that's basically me going over the PDF. So that way we can go over the PDF together. You'll have the PDF, but I can also go through the PDF and I'll say, okay, here's some examples of this right here, and right here on the right there live, and then do it like that. I think that's going to be the best way to really make this stick. So I'll show you here in a second. Yeah, but very exciting. You can see right here. If you look at my screen, let me see if I can zoom this in somehow. Here we go. Hopefully you can see this. Yeah, so core goal. The goal is to build reading skill first. A trader who can correctly describe what happened will eventually trade it. A trader who reacts first usually misses the real story. So I really hope, with the design of the course and everything, I really hope you guys follow the course the way it's supposed to be designed. Otherwise, you're gonna take something good and turn it into something bad. But you see lesson 1 getting started. So what order flow is. Lesson 2 starting real basic with passive versus aggressive. Lesson 3 is market orders, liquidity, last traded price, why price moves in general, which is something that I realize a lot of people it is what it is, but a lot of people don't actually know why price moves. Like, what is the mechanism as to why does price go up or down? What exactly happened that made that price go up or down? I remember when I first started trading, that was the first question that I absolutely had to have answered. I was like, I get that it can go up or down, left, right, sideways. I know it could go up and down. It can do this and it can do that. That's fine, but what's actually causing it to go up and down? And so that is covered inside of here. The order book, pooling, stacking, spoofing, footprint charts. I've actually, in my newest version of this, I've actually moved this lesson here up here, because that's when I started to really realize, I was like, well, they're not going to be able to understand some of the stuff that's happening here if they don't understand the footprint. So this has been moved to the top part. But you've got candle profiles, footprint signals, stacked imbalances, and then this is the big part right here, which is CVD. I use CVD a lot because CVD is going to show you kind of why price is moving. So like when you look at the candles, what you're looking at is a result. And when you're looking at the footprint, and when you're looking inside, or you're looking at CVD, that shows you the effort inside, the actual, the why, right? So that's why there's so many videos on CVD. So what is it? Delta max, delta minimum, divergence, absorption, building pressure, inflection zones. The perfect storm is what I call this. This is exactly what I mean when I say that trading order flow, you'll have to build a little bit of a relationship with it, because you'll have to be able to get used to seeing and watching. If you're going to do order flow, you have to be able to watch the DOM, and you have to be able to see, what does liquidity look like, right? Is it thin or is it thick? And then identify aggression in delta, because delta might tell you who's most aggressive, but liquidity that's what's going to tell you where price can and cannot go. So it's, that's why I call it the perfect storm, when you have a certain amount of aggression plus you have a certain type of liquidity. Vacuums, which I don't see Matt on here, but I've talked to Matt a lot about vacuums and how those are engineered for quick movements. And then I'm at the very end I'm one by one putting in different strategies. So the most obvious strategy that we already have, that we do all the time, is that the delta trap, or we call it a flush a lot of times. Right, where we see it move up to the highs or the lows and then flush. So that goes into there. And then you can see goal, order flow, liquidity, passive, aggressive. This is more about the mindset. And then you've got, what I'm most excited about are these little quizzes I've added at the end here. so that you can kind of check yourself and really solidify the information. It's not just you going through the course. Like, you need to be able to make sure, like, you can't go to the next part of the course unless you can complete the checklist. It wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, so it goes over every single thing that you're going to need in here. And then I'm also going to I'm also going to shoot a video and put this in the course of me going over this, so that way you're not only do you have the PDF, but you're also going to have me going over this PDF, giving you live examples right there on the chart. So I think this is going to be awesome for you guys that are ready to move into that order flow territory.
Hey, Ken, is that only for the mentorship?
That is all in the mentorship, correct?
Cool.
Yeah. Yep, all in there. Hold on one second. I got to pick something up I just dropped. All right. Well, kind of slowed down. I mean, we had that explosive open, and prices not done too much since then. Took out the lows, setting up a little bit of a sideways thing here. But I mean, this looks just like it's continuing on down. So I don't know. We'll see what 10 o'clock brings. 10 o'clock, we normally have some volume come in here. We're back down at opening price. This is where we opened. We're pretty much back down in there. Oh, yeah. We should have some opportunities. Let me see. We started trading really 25 minutes ago. So 25, we still got 30 minutes before we've got our initial balance.
Hey, Ken, where were you on Friday?
I didn't trade on Friday.
I thought you said you were going to trade every day but Christmas.
We kind of talked about it. We were like, I might show up Friday, I might not. It was just kind of up in the air where it was like, yeah, we might do it, we might not do it. I ended up not doing it, yeah. What was, Thursday was Christmas, right?
Yeah, there was, I think, 4 of us in there. There was me, Clyde, I think, Ben, or Lee, and somebody else.
Yeah, I was on.
Yeah, we traded for a little bit.
Anything good?
Made a little bit of profit, like a couple hundred.
Nice.
Anything too exciting?
Yeah, I just ended up. I slept in. I didn't even get up. I just slept in. I just hung out, and I was like, yeah, you know what? And so I actually intentionally, I did not look at a chart on Friday because I almost look at a chart every single day, pretty much. And so I was like, you know what? This is a good opportunity. I said the holidays are here. I said, you know what? I am going to turn off my charts for the entire weekend, and I'm not gonna look at any charts because I've been working. I spend all these hours in the morning looking at charts, but then a lot of times I spend more hours looking at more charts in the afternoon, especially because I was making this course throughout last week. So I was like burnt out by the end of the week. I was like, I don't think I can look at another candle.
I should have relaxed. I shouldn't have did nothing either. I lost like 140, but I got off.
Was the market real flat? I guess I'd go look at it, but
It was real finicky. Yeah, it was like, it was to the point where I should have just got off, like I said.
Let's see. That was on the 20. That was on the 26, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, I see it.
Day after Christmas, that probably has a lot to do with it. I don't know for sure.
Oh yeah, the range was only like 50, 60 points. So.
Yes, I jumped off.
Well, it looks like gold is just going to continue trending down, huh? We're about to hit 8 o'clock now. Gold is just pushing down. We've got a couple sell signals setting up here. We got one that's running now. And I don't really see any super obvious plays right here right now. The open was easy because we had already set up these little ranges right here. So look, just look for a break below the low or up above the high. That part is pretty easy. I don't see. Now we've got our current low for gold, just right here. For current day low. See what happens when it touches that. Delta. The reason I've been watching gold is because it's pushing down, but Delta has been pushing up for a while. You can see right here. There's a 1 minute chart, and you can see that over these last 2 hours. Gold has just been pushing down, but right about here, right in here around, I guess that'd be 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we see aggressive buyers stepping in, right? And so we can see that throughout this entire time, we have aggressive buyers inside of here, but price is pushing down lower and lower and lower, so there it goes. There it just broke the low. So we'll see what it does now. And it's 10 o'clock. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I would like to buy, but I don't know if that's the right thing to do or not because of what's happening here. Price is not aligned. Price is not aligned with Delta, so it kind of messes me up. But right here, right now, the POC has. Oh, never mind. Ignore me. I'm looking at that 1 hour chart, so the POC shifted instantly. All right, so this is micro gold, and Delta's lined up, right? Big sells, right? Big sales, big sales. And then this is regular gold, and again, yeah, big huge sales, lots of Delta, pretty decent volume on the sales, so it's like a lot of effort to smash down and break those lows. It's literally doing the same thing over and over. Look, big smash, and then boom, and then it pulls back, and then it goes, and then it's just doing the same thing over and over again. So if I do buy, I don't think it'll be for long term. If price doesn't go lower than here right now, it might be a little short buying opportunity off of that low there. We have buyers, but we've had buyers all morning, and price just keeps dropping. So I'm gonna look for a way to get in here. But I want to try to get in as low and close to the low as possible, so I can put my stop below there. Yeah, that's what I want to do. There's a lot of sales floating right above current price right now. So I'll keep an eye on it. If anything, it went below the low, so same plan. I was going to say, if it goes, like with those cells pushing, they're just floating up above current price. So if, oh, they disappeared now. See, that's why I got to get y'all that order flow, of course, because it'll make it a whole lot easier. The thing is, when you're seeing these buys or sells chasing price down, a lot of times they're there to absorb price, and so that way, if prices are pushing down and you've got a really thick book up above and sellers are just sitting right up here, any attempts to rally are going to be absorbed by the sellers, especially if their orders are much larger than the aggressors. And so knowing that and being able to see it, you're going to think, all right, maybe I don't want to get long right here until I see the book up top thin out a little bit. And so maybe some of those orders get removed when price goes up. It's just about observing, just sitting and watching and observing instead of doing something constantly. And then, bam, you go in, take your trade. Like that one, before it went down here, it's kind of bouncing around right here. The whole idea is for us to invalidate the trade by having our stop below the low. If it goes below the low, then we're not interested in being in the trade, because that's not a flush. It's showing that sellers can go. It's showing that price can go lower, so we wouldn't want to be in a trade. That's an invalidation point. So it makes it easy and it makes it very rule based. But it's about getting in as close as possible. If we would have tried to enter when we were talking about it and price was all the way up here, it was like a $500-$600 risk. So your job is to know, okay, well, if I enter here and that's 5 points, how much risk does that mean for me? And is it something I'm comfortable with? And then you do your thing. If it is, then you take the trade. If it isn't, then you have to wait for it to be lower risk. I wasn't comfortable risking that whole amount while price was just dropping, so I hadn't put the trade in yet. Now it's slowing down a little bit. We could do the same thing. Is opportunity to get in. At this point, it would have to be a retest. I'd have to get in in order for me to be cool with it, it would be, I could try to pull 4360. 4360 would be an entry with the stop right below the low. But again, that's based on my risk management, what I'm comfortable with. So that'd put it at about $300. So. And by the way, I do have both of these up here. I've got NASDAQ here, so you can see the NASDAQ signals there, and I've got GC here. So just keep in mind, this is GC on the right side, this is NASDAQ over here. And gold pushed down lower, so still in a waiting game for that. One, two, three. Three levels it just pushed through. That is crazy. All these gold levels, look at that.
Trading zones on gold going down, been hit.
They sure are. I haven't traded any of those. I haven't traded any of those, but after looking at it, you know, it's you look at it and you're like, wow, I wish I would have just traded those, or the quantum selling all the way down. Let's see. Somewhere around here, I've got. Volume levels. Let's see. Gold. Oh man, yes, we dropped below these, and now we are down. We got like a group of them here. I don't know where this thing is gonna end up at. I really do not.
I don't know, y'all. I think I might be done. Made a quick 980.
Very nice.
I think I'm gonna bow out. Gracefully bow out.
Yeah, if you're green,
Nice.
take it home.
Yeah, so remember I was telling you I was trying to share my results in what's it called? I figured out how to do the screenshot with the snip tool. I got over there to put it in there, and I put it in the group, but I don't know how to hit. You know, you hit enter, and it puts it in there. I can't figure out how to get it in there. Like it's in there. I look at it in the chat and on the thread, but I can't. I don't have an enter button, or I keep hitting enter to solidify to confirm it, and it won't let me do it. But anyway, I've been doing all right. I've been having like zero losing trades.
Oh, nice. That's a good way to. That's a good way to do it. Yeah, I don't know if you're on your computer and once you drop a screenshot in there. What I do is I just drop my screenshot in there, and then I actually press enter on my keyboard, and then it posts it. Are you doing this on your phone or on your computer?
So I was on the same exact thing you're doing, and when I hit enter, nothing happens. It just stays. I'm still looking at the same thing. So I'm gonna try it again today. Maybe something's going on my computer those days, but I'm gonna try it again.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if there's anything I can do to help you, just let me know.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Good morning, Ken.
Good morning.
So, I'll be honest with everybody, I blew another count. But I know I shouldn't have did it Friday. I was in so much pain, but I'm like, let me get up here and try it. Look
After
what I did.
you got in there after your surgery and all that.
Yep. I'm telling you, when you have a knee pain, oh my God, y'all want knee surgery. They don't give you the right drugs, you're in pain. But anyway, so I did one this morning. So I'm up $700, and I'm out.
Okay. Good.
I'm out.
Good.
However, my trading view won't let me do no indicators. So I'm trying to figure out what is wrong, and I can't get hold of nobody. And I know I have paid for so many. I mean, the premium of the premium
On TradingView.
Like, yeah. And today I can't get into nothing.
What was I might be able to help you. I mean, so when you open up TradingView, what's happening?
So when I try to get on the indicators, like one of your indicators, like it tells me that it bring up telling me I don't have enough. I don't have the money. We have the prescription for it, and I'm trying to figure out why. So I'm trying to go into my PayPal, because that's where it was coming through, and trying to figure out. So PayPal blocked me because I requested some money back from a company that was taking out money. So I wondered, did they block those payments as well?
I see. That might have been what it was. If because I had to deal with PayPal recently, and I had to do some payment blocking, and it did inadvertently affect my trading view. So that did
Yeah.
happen. And then what I did though was I emailed trade because then I wasn't the trading view wouldn't let me re-sign up. They wouldn't let me
Yes.
sign up again. So what I did was I had to email TradingView, and I emailed them and I said, TradingView, I've been a long time customer of yours. Look at my account. I had some fraudulent activity. I had to dispute this and that, and inadvertently, your payment was included. And I was willing to pay, because I don't know if I prepay or how, I don't know how it exactly works. But I told them, I said, if I owe you guys some money, let's settle it up and let's get me back on track. And then they just said, we removed the restriction, you can sign up again. So they didn't make me pay anything to them, or they just let me sign back up. So I'd reach out to them if you think that may be what
Yes, hold on a
happened.
second, please.
That's probably what happened.
Okay, I'll reach out to him. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah. Good job though on your trading today. I will be right back, guys. I gotta grab something. All right. Anything happen? Nope. Hmm.
NASDAQ ran up. It looked like.
I'll go take a look at it here in 1 sec. I got a chart. I got a chart right here. Let's see. Yeah, it's doing pretty good. It's just up, down, it's one big giant range. Like this was the range from this morning, like right here. Simple, quick, little easy, little fake break. Ding, ding, ding. Ran up, came right straight back down to open, and here we are again at that same range, doing the same thing that we did right before open. So something that would be nice is if it would reach down. It's about 15 points. I can see a big buy order down here. Right? That's about 15 points below the low. I'm just thinking if it would just to do something real nice, would, quick little snag right outside of here, that would get my attention on the chart. It's just right here. The only thing I can do right now is trade Titan signals. That's it. And that's what I like about Titan is I can do that. But I mean, that is really the only thing I can do is trade Titan signals, because Titan it's gonna let me trade, really anywhere inside of here. But for trading order flow and things like that, see, I'm gonna want to trade here, and there's nothing, there's nothing going on there. I wouldn't mind looking for trades inside of like this area here in these wicks. This would also be at the value area high right here. So I'd be okay with looking for trades up in this area. It'd be fine. I'd love a trade that comes from something down here. And I mean, look at all the buys just stacked down here. You can see them sitting, waiting. So you know that price is not. I mean, it could just get smashed through here, but there's a good chance it's gonna. That if it came down in here, it's gonna find some support. This is pretty thick right there. So with Titan, it'll just sit here and call out the trade, so I can sell them. I get the entry, the stop loss, TP. What is this? I got 2 charts of the same thing. Let me change that. And we got NASDAQ. This one just won.
Took profit on that last candle, like two something. I think I might have just passed my evaluation.
You mean this one right here?
The one that just, let me see. Yeah, the one. So actually, the one we're in now.
Nice. There's NQ.
Yeah, I was trading on NQ.
Yep. Okay, I see.
So maybe about 11:30 on full trades. 11:30.
Good job with those. And how much are you up total, did you say?
So my account is 5380.
What's your goal for the day?
Let me see.
That was like
That's what we have
fast.
in settings, right? I didn't set any.
Oh, I'm just wondering. I just want to make sure you've got a clear goal. That way you don't keep trading and lose your profits and you hit your goal and stop trading.
I logged out.
Oh yeah, you're good then.
I logged out because it's crazy. Because the last one I jumped in, I was down like 3 something, but it went back up. Yeah, I logged off. It's over.
Here's another Titan right here. I think this one looks pretty good as well because again, looking for price to go. I'm looking at these orders up here, right? There's as you could see them, they're, let's call it 750 area. 750. That Titan just triggered. So 750, that puts you at TP1 if you buy right there, right now, and target 750 or TP1 is 747. So you've got a good Titan signal there, and then on top of the Titan signal, which is the continuation, you also have clear liquidity up here. This is the area I was saying I'd actually be interested in looking for a sell inside of this area. So, but I'm expecting price to go at least up to 744 first. Just right about here, and that's something to think about for this trade as well. We got the first TP on that. There's the second TP, so there's probably 750s coming up next. Or, I mean, it could turn around here. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to do, but this is kind of what I was thinking with something like this. But I'm not really trading right now. I've already done my trading. So what I would like to see right here is for price to come up into there, and then what we're seeing here is a switch from more aggressive buying to more aggressive selling, and I do see that happening. I see these up here too, but that's that. It's about to set up another Titan inside of there. So see, that's why these are like mixed to me. The ones that I get most excited about, that's why I always talk about these, are like daily high and low, sweeping below the low. These are so predictable. This right here, I could sit here and stare at this and say, it's going to go up, it could go down, it could go up, it could go down. It literally could go up or down. And it's like, I never know, is it going to continue? When it's just doing this, just trending like that, I do not like trading it as much. I'm trying to get more confident in just trading in the middle of something like that, but it's just, I don't know, it's like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it goes halfway to TP and then it doesn't continue. But these always work right here, or let me put it this way, they always work out or don't work out immediately. There's no sitting and wondering. If you want to get in and you want to get out quickly, be right or wrong quickly, trading these right here is like the way to go. It's going to dip down in there, and bam, you're going to be at your target quickly. This one's done all right, like in terms of giving opportunity. It's been a little bit more forgiving because, see, it came up. We can see aggressive buyers coming up, and then the sellers step in here, and then it's given a little bit of time, so you could have entered after actually seeing the sellers come in, but there hasn't been no divergence in delta. There hasn't been anything like that that really makes this stand out as like a stellar opportunity. Down here, I know I'd probably see some divergence setting up. By the time it gets here, we're going to see something a little bit more clear. This was like following this perfectly. That makes sense to you guys when I'm pointing that out, or is that just confusing?
Makes sense.
All right. Yeah, I know some people, they're good at this. They're good at just trading like, okay, it's trending up. They know, all right, I'm just looking for a pullback and I'm just going to get in. They just trade the trend. I don't know why, but for me, I've always been better at looking for trades down below, like major highs, major lows, things like that.
I think that might be me, what you just described.
Well, just jumping in when you can see something happening clearly.
Yes, bro, literally. I really think that's what it is.
So you would be thinking about buying right now.
Let me see. Let me go back. I'm not even on there. I told you I logged up.
Oh yeah.
On NASDAQ.
Yeah. Like, just what's your first glance? What do you think about it when you see it?
I will consider. I will consider a buy. Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy how everyone sees it different. And you could be right. You know, it's you never know. You could be right. You could be wrong. But that's why I say that the more and yes, you could be right or you could be wrong down here below these lows. But one thing, I mean, you have to admit that when it sweeps these lows or when it sweeps highs, oftentimes it fakes. You know, so if you're there and you're watching it and you can get that opportunity, if it's a low risk enough, if it fits your plan, then those to me are the best trading opportunities for like the style, for the way that I look at the market.
Ken, I got an Apex question that I wonder if you know the answer to. If you pass your eval, right? But for whatever reason you don't pay the PA fee right away, but your renewal on your eval is basically comes. Does it stop the auto draft on your eval when that happens, and they're just waiting for you to decide whether you're going to make a one-time PA or the monthly? How does that work?
I've never done that before, so I understand your question, but I don't know what actually happens if the performance account is not paid for. So that would be somebody else would have to have some experience with that, or you'd have to ask Apex, because I don't know. What I think happens is that if you pay for a renewal on your evaluation account, based on the wording of Apex, it says if your account is in a blown status, then it will automatically reset the account for no additional fee, right? So it will only, in other words, it will only reset your account if you are in a blown status. But like if you took 3 months to pass your evaluation, you know, every time your renewal happens, it doesn't reset your profitable account, right? It's only if it's in a blown status. So I think it would be fine. I think that you
Well,
would
no,
just.
but I'm thinking about, okay. So well, let me give you, okay. Here's the real world example. My evals are supposed to renew tomorrow.
Mhm.
All right, and so I'm kind of, you know, YOLOing in and just seeing if I could pass these accounts today. If I can't, then it doesn't make sense for. Well, here's the thing. Well, certainly if I can, I'm gonna cancel them anyway because I can just buy new ones for $20 right now. But if I do pass, the question is like, do I have to pay the PA fee today, or is like my eval gonna renew tomorrow, even though I passed the eval? That's
Mhm.
so because I don't want to get billed out at, whatever. Basically double. I don't want to get billed for my eval and then have to pay for a PA too on top of that, back to back, because it's gonna get cost
Yeah, but
prohibitive
you
for
gotta
me.
blow your account like a day or two before it renews. Like when that happened to me, I was like, well, I'll blow it today, and then tomorrow it'll renew. And they're like, no, you gotta blow it, not blow it, but you gotta cancel the account like a day ahead or something like that.
You have to go into your
Hmm.
subscriptions and cancel that account.
Yeah, but what he's saying, what if he passes?
Yeah, the question is, what if I pass
Oh, if you're
today?
passed, you're good.
It renews
Well,
tomorrow. I pass today, but I don't pay the PA fee.
Okay, it won't renew. If you
It won't
pass
renew.
your PA, it automatically cancels the auto billing for the
that's the
eval.
question.
As far as I understand, I think I've been in that situation, and you will get an email the next day or after the trading day, and it will say that account has.
I'm
But the
about to
thing
go.
is, I've always paid. I've always paid right away. I know if you
Right.
pay right away, it cancels. If you don't pay right away, and also the question is, how long do you have to pay? Is it 48 hours or what is it?
No, it's not 48 hours. You have plenty of time. I don't know why it says that though. It says 2 days or something like that. It does. I do remember seeing that.
Is there something you have to
You have to
acknowledge?
sign. You have to sign the contract
You have to
within
sign the
2 days. I think
contract.
is what it is.
Yeah, it's the contract you have to sign first. That's the main thing, is signing the contract. Then paying is later.
Yeah.
As long as you
Yeah,
sign
I
the
guess.
PA contract, you're good. It'll auto cancel the eval.
NASDAQ.
Thanks, guys.
All right, so this is the exact email. We are pleased to inform that you have successfully passed your evaluation. To proceed, we kindly request that you submit the necessary information to activate your performance account within the next 48 hours. It doesn't say that it's. So after you've done the activation. Let's see. So your subscription to your account is canceled. Does that happen after you've paid your PA, or does it happen immediately after after they let you know that you passed? That's where I don't.
It happens after you pay for the PA.
So it doesn't cancel the evaluation account until you pay for the PA.
That's
Is that
my
what we're
understanding, but
understanding?
I would email them.
So that's what. So we're still back at square one. If you don't pay
Yeah.
for your PA, is the evaluation still active? Does that mean you still have to pay the renewal? Because it's like if you were $2 away, you would have to pay the renewal. I mean, it tells you that you passed, but I don't know. That's an interesting question, man. We're gonna have to get after you send that email. Please follow up and let us know.
I'm pretty sure though, once you sign that agreement, that it cancels, right?
That's what I think. As soon as you sign the
It's once
agreement,
you
it
gotta
cancels.
sign it. It'll cancel. It'll cancel because that account you can't trade on it no more, so that it doesn't matter.
You know what? I'll let you know today. As soon as they tell me that I passed this, as soon as I get that email, I'm gonna go and sign and see if they send me that other email.
And also, weren't we talking about this last week where you used to be able to do that, but now you have to pay? There's no option to just acknowledge it? I'm not sure.
All right, guys, I'm going to hop off of here. We've got our webinar in about, wait a minute, 9, 10. No, I still have some time, actually. Well, either way, I'm going to hop off. I'm going to grab some breakfast then. So, webinar's at 12 for mentorship. You guys hop on there because I'll go over some of the stuff about the order flow course and kind of what to expect and things like that. For everyone else, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
God bless you all, man. God bless you all.
See you later.
All right, Joe.
Awesome. Thanks, eh?